Welcome to the Data Overview for McIntosh County Middle School. This is presented to our content area teachers during pre-planning in August 2022. My name is Rhonda Gajeske, and I'm a reading teacher at McIntosh County Middle School. This summary of our demographics is representative of student enrollment as of June 2022. As a result, these numbers will shift for the upcoming school year. Our teacher profile at the end of this past school year shows that we had a total of 29 teachers, consisting of 2 Black females and males, as well as 13 white females and 12 white males. We had 6 teachers with 1 to 5 years, 7 with 5 to 10, 2 with 10 to 15, and 14 with 15 or more years of experience. The large percentage of veteran teachers contributes to our success. Our student attended data goes from 2006 to 2021. You'll notice that we have a high percentage of absences, with last year being our highest. In response to attendance, our school counselor will hold regular meetings with parents and students. Stakeholders will be notified if the McIntosh County Sheriff's Office becomes involved, and incentives will be provided to encourage regular, exemplary, and perfect attendance. COVID continues to impact as we had to modify attendance again this year with isolation due to either contraction or exposure to COVID. These absences impacted 254 of our students, or 88% of the student body. Instructional time was lost as we focused on safety measures such as sanitizing classrooms between each class change. Many of our students returned to us after months of overexposure to electronics while unsupervised. The students that had returned from the virtual learning model had less stamina, and we saw emotional problems as a result of isolation. Our system handled it better than most. The following slides exhibit the ELA scores for the past school year on the Georgia Milestones Assessment. Data from 2020 is not included, as the milestone was not given that year as a result of the pandemic. The bottom of the slides represents how we performed on levels 1 through 4 compared to state data. You can see that our 6th and 7th grade students had the highest level of proficient and distinguished learners. And our 8th grade students are on track to be on par with state averages for passing rate. In ELA, we had gains in Lexile, with many of our students moving up to the proficiency bands of the milestone, and saw a reduction on our beginning learner category. We feel that our Lexile growth has contributed to our implementation of the Read 180 and System 44 programs, as well as the Achieve 3000. An increase in rigor through the use of Illuminate unit assessments has also given positive results. We administer the Write score, which helps our students practice writing extended response items that they will see on the milestone. In response to the ELA data, we will increase student Lexiles and reading comprehension skills through Read 180, System 44, and our other ELA resources. In addition, we'll continue to administer the Write score in both fall and spring to increase student proficiency in the writing components of the milestone. We'll continue formative assessments, incentivize performance on the milestone, and increase student interaction with both Achieve 3000 and USA Test Prep with more frequency, as they contributed to greater growth. Achieve 3000 will continue to be implemented for differentiated instruction in ELA, science, and social studies classes. The thought questions are very similar to the ones they will encounter on the extended response item on the milestone. Our math scores for the 3 testing years show that our 6th grade students are on track to beat the state average for the 7th year in a row. Our 7th grade students represent one of our most impressive data sets, where they are set to crush the state average and have the highest proficient and above, as well as distinguished rates. This year, our 8th grade students also had the highest proficient and above, as well as distinguished rates based on the implementation of the milestone in May of 2022. Our findings in math show that we had an increase in proficient and distinguished rates in all grade levels. Our 8th grade students need to be provided with additional support and practice with concepts to become more successful in algebra, as this is a high school credit course. In response to the data, we'll offer remediation classes for the lower performing students. All grade levels will utilize USA Test Prep. Formative and unit assessments will be administered through Eliminate to increase rigor and testing incentives. And we'll continue to motivate our students to put forth their best efforts. Math teachers will utilize their smart boards to integrate technology. The new math teacher will be assigned to a mentor teacher, and they will observe the best teaching practices of our veteran teachers. We'll also continue to provide incentives for attendance, as our math teachers report that missing school is proportional to the performance of their students. Data from the milestone is also provided that shows the social studies results from the testing. This shows that we tied scores for the highest pass rate as well as proficient and above. Georgia Studies uses USA Test Prep, formative and benchmark assessments, and Achieve 3000. Co-teachers are used to assist our students with disabilities, which result in increased scores. Our science scores were one of our most impressive data sets, with the highest pass, proficient, and distinguished rates. This group of students is set to beat the state average in passing, proficient, and distinguished test rates. Science uses USA Test Prep, formative and benchmark assessments, and Achieve 3000. Co-teachers are used to assist our students with disabilities. As a whole, we tied or beat our highest pass rate in the last 3 years in 7 out of 9 tests. Our math scores were the most impressive and showed huge gains. ELA scores have showed gains each year, and our science scores are set to crush state averages. Lexile and literacy rates will continue to increase as we now have added specialized reading teachers at all grade levels, which results in lower class size and more individualized instruction. Our ELA teachers focus on writing, while the reading teachers' focus will be in the areas of comprehension and text analysis. Training and support will ensure that these two positions work in unison. When looking ahead to this year, in terms of achievement, we will place an emphasis on having a normal school year. As such, we will continue to see gains in comparisons to years when attendance has been an issue as a result of COVID-19. Looking forward to a great year with all of you excellent educators.